Well, good evening, everyone. There we go. Okay. Well, again, my name is Kendall Kosai. I am the director at OCA Asian Pacific American Advocates. We're a national membership-driven organization of community advocates dedicated toward advancing the social, political, and economic well-being of Asian Pacific Americans. I am a fifth-generation Japanese American in the United States, born and raised in Seattle, Washington, and I am a proud 2016-2017 ELP LEAP program participant. Alrighty, so I didn't really want to do a testimonial, but I forced myself to do it because I need to get over it. So I would say. So I'll say a couple things. Instead of writing my own testimonial, I asked everyone to write it for me. And so I did something a little different. I asked a few people what they thought about their experience, and so I'm going to talk about that today. So one of the things that we learned during our LEAP experience, especially in Pomona, is something called the Tuckman stages of development. There's 4 of them, right? There's storming, there's forming, there's norming, and then, does anyone know the last one? Performing. Very good. Thank you, Allison. Okay. In any case, so I'm going to talk about those four things today, and talk about a little bit about people's experiences and how they relate to those 4 stages. Because I feel like this program has really brought us through those 4 stages. So the first one is obviously storming. So storming is kind of figuring it out. It's really chaotic. There's a lot of information being thrown at you. There were 10 to 12-hour days in Pomona, right, that we just learned so much, and you just were so overwhelmed, and you felt like if you tipped your head over, information would fall out, right? So there was a lot, right? That was the storm. We're just trying to figure it out, right? And so, something that Nisha said is that we learned a lot, especially on those first days, but it was a lived experience, right? When we grew individually, but not only individually, but as a group, right? And my UA also said, in our offices, when we think about professional development, we don't often think about ourselves. We think about the people that we manage, the people that we work with on a daily basis. We don't think about ourselves. But this is a real opportunity for ourselves to invest in ourselves and really think about what kind of impact this program has on ourselves. And so it's intentionally learning about ourselves. The second stage, like I said, was, anyone? Forming, yes, forming. So what is forming? So forming was the time when we're just starting to figure it out. We're putting things together. We formed networks, we formed resources, and eventually we formed a cohort. And so during this time, I asked Ashley, and Ashley said she feels very inspired right now, especially with everything that's going on, and was grateful that there was such a diverse class. There's over a half dozen ethnicities represented in this class alone, and I think that's a powerful statement to LEAP's, investment in diverse communities such as the API community. Christine said in the healthcare industry in which she works, they're really in a bubble, right? But being here has really inspired her and allowing her to see that there's other AAPIs, and there's this network of AAPI young professionals trying to change the world. The third stage is norming, thank you. So the third stage is kind of figuring out the processes, right? And realizing that our experiences, they aren't different, right? They're normal. We have to normalize our experiences. We need to understand that we are like all other young AAPI professionals, right? Our experiences are common among each other, right? And the program impacted us in a different way. So I talked to Christine, the other Christine, who said that it's always been kind of a one-size-fits-all for a lot of these programs. When you go out there, it's kind of a one-size-fits-all, but it doesn't really tailor itself to APIs. This program tailors itself to APIs, and that was key to navigating the space over the last couple of sessions that we've had. And then Anjali said that this program and coaching was valuable in helping her frame the conversation in a different way that we're not used to framing the conversation. It's a different lens, right? And then the final stage, of course, is performing. So what is our ultimate goal, right? What is LEAP's mission? Growing leaders, right? And that's, I think, what this program did. When I talked to Richard, Richard said he was surprised, not surprised, but he was immensely impressed by the strong leaders there were, especially the AAPI, how many strong AAPI women there were. There's only 2 males in this class. Just me and him. So we had to hold our own. But in any case, you know, I think it's interesting, right? I think as Amy pointed out, we came in at a time when it was less than a week after the election. There was a lot of uncertainty, a lot of fear. We felt like a lot of racism and bigotry was enabled and enforced by the outcome of the election in a lot of different ways. But that week, coming out of that week, I think we all felt really inspired, right? And it made me realize that there's hope for the future because there are so many great people doing great things. It's really easy to get into cynicism, and I think Barack Obama talks about that a lot in terms of his political engagement. But for me to go through that program and see the diverse leaders, the future leaders of tomorrow, that pipeline of leaders that we often talk about, right? That is what I believe is the future. That's why I'm not being cynical. That's why I think that our better days are ahead of us, right? And Jerry, you said it's up to you. It is up to us. And I think this room is full of leaders who are ready to step up to that challenge. So, in any case, we're fighting back. We're going to fight the good fight. The last thing I want to say is I want to thank the America Express, Southwest Airlines. So my background is development, so I have to do this. So again, America Express, Southwest Airlines, Coca-Cola Foundation. I have it written down, so I should probably read it. Southwest TFA, obviously for the space, the Family Foundation, and of course the Leaf staff. You've been amazing, and it's been a transformative experience. So thank you very much.
Very good.